Today's video is sponsored by Aura. Welcome back to my little print farm here. Today I've got some Etsy orders to get shipped out. We're getting another 5M from FlashForge that I decided would be a good investment for the shop, given the pricing is only going to go up and not down, so might as well get it while it's good. So that means we have to reorganize some of the printers we currently have in here. At the moment, I've got the Bambu Lab P1P with the AMS sitting over here, as well as the 5M Pro, and then on this side, we've got our two A1 Minis. I've got another one upstairs in my office for prototyping and whatnot. Then there's another one behind the camera on that side of the shop. With all that in mind, though, I do need to invest in some heavier duty racks. Let me show you. That thing's not very secure, and I never attached it to the wall when I moved it back over to this side, and when you get a couple printers going, it can start to wobble a little bit. So I have gone ahead and ordered one of those heavy-duty steel racks that should fit all of our printers, as long as I can build the shelves up in a way that all the printers actually fit, height-wise anyway. Ideally, I'd like to put the Plus 4 down here, but that's just not very reasonable considering how tall it is. So hopefully it fits on those heavier duty racks when they do come in. The A1 Minis actually fit really good up on this top shelf, but I've kind of put myself into a little corner here by putting all of the filament up there. I need a new storage area for filament, and right now, I'm not really seeing a good spot for it that's near the printers anyway. Not to mention, I've also got the Infinity Flow up there for the 5M Pro and the AMS system for the P1P, so stacking printers up top over there isn't going to work out anyways. Then behind me on this other side, I've got the S1 Pro from FL Sun, which does its thing when it needs to do its thing, I guess, but for the most part, it's just kind of sitting there. And then, of course, the Plus 4, which I do use quite often. I've got about 450 hours on that guy, and aside from that initial bed mishap that we had in that unboxing and setup video, it's been a tremendous addition to the shop. Even if I take that spool holder off at the top of it, it still won't fit down on those racks down below. So for now, that's just the best home for those two machines. Obviously, that's not going to fit anywhere else. It could sit on the floor, but then I'm crouching down on the ground and nobody wants to do that. So there it sits, there it sits. But what we need to do is make more room over here. Filament is definitely going to be our biggest hurdle, considering up there I don't have any way to secure any racks, nor do I have any way to actually get up to them if I did put filament up there. Yeah. All right. Let's pack some Etsy orders up and we'll figure that out in a minute. I do have some other stuff I gotta get shipped out to Amazon, but I don't know if that's gonna actually end up making it in this video. Plus, is that really that interesting to watch me pack stuff up? You've seen it before. If you haven't seen it, I've got a bunch of videos in the past where I go through the whole shipping and packing process for both Etsy and Amazon. So I will have those linked down in the description below if you want to go check those out. When you're building something online, whether it's a business, a brand, or even a YouTube channel, there's probably a lot more information out there that you didn't mean to share. Stuff like your emails, phone numbers, even old addresses. It all ends up on these data broker sites. They grab it from public records and sell it off to marketers, scammers, and even shady third parties. And getting it taken down? Have fun with that. They make it difficult on purpose. And that's why I've been using today's video sponsor, Aura, for over a year now. Aura finds your information on these sites and automatically removes it. And they keep checking to make sure it's gone. But not just that. You also get real-time alerts if your information shows up on the dark web, credit and bank fraud monitoring, a VPN, antivirus software, and a password manager. All in one app. And if anything does ever go wrong, Aura has 24/7 US-based support and up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. If you're growing online, it's super important to make sure all of your hard work is protected. So Google your name. See if your information's out there. I guarantee you it is. If it's right for you, you can start your 14-day free trial using the link in the description below. It only takes a couple minutes to set up, and then you'll see exactly where your information is being exposed. Thank you so much to Aura for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to the fun stuff. Man, I love this flexi spot. Certainly makes it easy to get boxes up here. Well, that was easy. As if I needed more snips. Actually, I do need more snips. I'm always misplacing them, and then they end up somewhere not where I need them. I think that just means I'm gonna have to print out another one of those fancy tool holders. Thanks, Zero. I will say, the regular 5M, to me, looks like a more sleek machine than the actual 5M Pro, which is the Pro version, so it's enclosed, you can print higher temp materials and stuff like that, but I don't know, something about this just looks cooler. I can say with my uses of the 5M Pro over the last 4 or 5 months, it's a really solid machine. It's a good contender as long as you don't need the 256 build plate and you're okay with the 220 millimeter build plate. I've also got to do something different with these guys here because they're not really working out for me. This one goes to the machine over there and this one goes to the machine at the end, so they all kind of need to be slid down a little bit. It's almost as if that spot was made for that printer, aside from that guy. So there are a couple screws there, there, and 2 back there. Don't forget to take those out because you'll hear a little bit of a grinding noise. Don't ask me how I know. Get it set up to English. Next, we'll connect our Wi-Fi. Then it'll go through its homing and leveling vibration compensation, just like any of the other machines in here that you would expect it to. Had to do a little reach around the back there to get the spool mounted, but loaded up some Sunlu Matte Pet G, and we are not going to print their test file because that's just a waste of filament. I already know how these machines work. I'm just going to start sending the stuff that I need to print. All finished up over there on the Adventure 5M. So this is what the printers are going to be set up like for the time being until I get another rack in. I haven't quite figured out if I want to keep the other printers on that side of the shop or if I want to just have them all over here. I'm thinking put them all back over here just to make things a little more easy and streamlined, but I do kind of like how they look over there. So let me know down in the comments what you would do. As for the elephants in the room, the filament, I haven't quite figured that one out yet. My first thought was put them up on the wall behind the Cheetah, but that table sticks out about 30 inches or so it's a little bit deeper than even the racks behind me. Might make it a little difficult to get to it. My next thought was maybe that rack behind me, but well, I've got stuff on it, and I had stuff on there before when I first got into 3D printing, and it didn't really work out. Well, it did for the first, I don't know, 15 minutes, and then I ordered more filament, and it just kind of got overloaded with it. Now, I do have all of these Rep Rack style racks. They aren't actually the Rep Rack racks. They're just a knockoff of them. But that also leaves me in a bit of a predicament because there's no middle shelf up there, and these are in 4-foot sections. So I really would need something that I could bolt the middle section to. Otherwise, it's going to kind of droop down in the middle a little bit, all the way, because there's nothing securing it there. This one's got me stumped. One other thing that's kind of putting me in a predicament here is the power situation. Obviously, I've got plenty of power in here with the new 200 amp service, but I haven't run any additional lines with the new box in here, aside from the one that's powering the P1P, the 5M, 5M Pro, and then one of the A1 Minis. The FL Sun Plus 4 and A1 Mini 1 are on another circuit. Not really because this circuit can't handle it, more so because, well, the power's over there and the printers are over here. So I would be running a lot of extension cords or power strips, which I'd rather not do. Maybe I just need to make a Home Depot run. Okay, new plan for right now anyways. The shelf behind me, I've emptied it off with a lot of the products that I carry and moved them to another part of the shop. So hopefully all the filament's gonna fit up there. I'm not going to keep talking about it, I'm just going to get to it. The only thing I'm not going to move over to this shelf is all of the black PLA that I have on the bottom shelf over here. I don't really see a good reason to. Fits fine there, works fine, I can pull it out and use it whenever I need to. The colors I'm going to try to at least keep in their own little section for each color. I don't know how long that'll last. As you can see, it lasted all of 5 minutes when they were up on that shelf, so let's just get right to it. I can't say this is going to be the most efficient use of space either, considering I'm going to keep them individual colors with individual spacing. We'll figure it out eventually. Well, that took all of 5 minutes, and it turns out I don't have nearly as much filament as I thought I did, but I guess it fits over here and I'm able to kind of see all the different colors. Better than it was? Question mark? Let me know down below what you think. I've also got this roll of glow-in-the-dark PLA that my brother got me a few weeks ago. I'm wondering what should I print with it. My first thought was some glow-in-the-dark outlet switch covers or light switch covers. Maybe use PETG for a base, but PETG and PLA don't really mix together that well. I mean, I'm not really concerned about it not being up to code here. I just want something cool, maybe. It's a natural green color. I can probably take it out of the box. So it almost looks like the Anycubic PETG in green that I used to use for some of the sander mounts. But something tells me that when I turn the lights off after leaving this exposed to the lights, it's probably going to glow a little more than that. One sec. This is kind of spooky. So evidently, got to sit out for more than 14 seconds, to absorb some of the light. So I'm going to leave this out for a few days. We're going to print with it in an upcoming video and see what it's all about. With that said, leave me comments down below on what you think I should print with this. Green glow-in-the-dark PLA. Again, I'm still thinking outlet covers because I don't like the dark. Does anybody like the dark? That and my light switches in the shop are on the complete opposite side of the entry door. So if I could shut these lights off every once in a while, it might save me a few pennies on the electric bill. Not a lot, but a few. Let me know down below. Well, I don't really think I have anything more for today. I know this video was all over the place, but hey, it's what I was doing today, so you guys got to join me. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up so YouTube knows you enjoy this type of content. And if you want to see more, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on the next upload. Remember, leave me your comments down below for that PLA. And again, I want to thank Aura for sponsoring this video. If you want to sign up for your free 14-day trial, links are down in the description below. And if you don't believe me, again, Google your name. You'll be surprised what you find out there. Take care, folks.